Alright, so I'm going to talk about inversions. So when we play a chord, like a root position chord, like a C chord, we have the notes C, E, and G. And it's called root position because the name of the chord, C, is on the bottom. So this is the bottom, and as we go up, that goes to the top, so that's your top of the chord. So when the name of the chord's on the bottom, you'll have a root position chord. So what we can do to make it sound better, because we don't want to just play in root position like C, root position, G, root position, F. That sounds very basic, and we want to make our playing sound more sophisticated. So this is kind of relates to what's called voice leading, and you might be familiar with that. So for instance, if I want to play a C chord and then I want to go in an F chord, root position, I got to jump. It sounds kind of awkward, doesn't sound that great. But if you look at a C chord, you have the notes C, E, and G in it. And if you look at an F chord, you have the notes F, A, and C in it. So if you're going to play a C chord, you can go to an F chord. Instead of playing your F chord up here, take that C that's in an F chord and put it back down here. And then when you play your C chord, all you have to do to get an F chord is move over to F, A, and your C is already here in your C chord down here. So it sounds a lot better to go this way, play your C in root position, and then your F chord is in a second inversion. Sounds better than jumping like that. So getting back to inversions with the C major chord, we have C, E, G, so root position because the name of the chord's on the bottom. Now if I put that C on top of my chord and I use E, G, C, I have C in first inversion. So we're just changing the order of the notes. That's all we're doing. And it sounds different, but it's the same three notes. Now if I put E on top and I have G, C, and E, I have a C major chord in second inversion. And then if I put the G back on top, back to root position. C, E, G. So when you play that, it sounds like you're doing something fancy or different, but you know, it's just those three chords being repeated with the three notes with the order change. So you can do little arpeggios or a black chord, which sounds really nice, and you're not really doing that much. And a lot of songs use that. You can take, like, for instance, if you're a fan, I don't know if you like, but Coldplay, they have a song that, and most songs, you know, they're going to have inversions going on. So it makes the song sound a lot better. So you can be playing. Is that I've got E flat, an E flat major chord, which would be E flat, G, and then a B flat. And don't think about it too much, you don't need to know too much about that. But that would be a root position chord. So what this song kind of does is it plays a low E flat root, and instead of coming up to the root position E flat, it takes it and puts the E flat on top, and it gives it a different sound. Sounds a little better than, see, that sounds more muddy. So that's why you use inversions. So you can take that with any chord that you play, a G chord. So there's your root position, G's on the bottom, G, B, D. If I put G on top, G first inversion. If I put the B on top, G second inversion, D back there, I go back to root. These are all things that you can do that makes you sound your playing sound more sophisticated. And there's another thing that you want to do when you're beginning that you want to work on, and this is real simple, easy thing to do, is cross hand arpeggios. And we're going to go with C, so we're going to have C, E, G in both hands. And what we're going to do is play our notes in the left, then our notes in the right. Left hand will come over, right hand comes under, and then we're going to end with pinky on C. And it sounds really cool, and all you're doing is playing three notes, C, E, G, and that's it. So those are little things that you can do to make your playing sound more sophisticated, and also just using those things like in arpeggios. And you mix up the order and do whatever you like and get as creative as you want. So hope this lesson helped you out, and hope you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.